businesses start to reopen in our state, many are concerned about safety. So how do we know that they're taking the right steps to keep their customers healthy and protected? The organization that always has our best interest at heart is the Better Business Bureau of Southern Arizona. And Pam Krim, the CEO of the Better Business Bureau here, is joining us now to tell us what they know about the local steps that are being taken during this pandemic to make sure that we as customers are being protected. So Pam, good to have you here. So what is the BBB doing to help these businesses during this transition?
Well, thank you. Knowing that 1/3 of our economy may be shut down and our employment could reach 25% and tens of thousands of small business owners are really having a difficult time to survive, we at the BBB think it's now more important than ever to be communicating to our accredited businesses and consumers. And we've developed a really great website with all types of information that consumers and especially business people can go to, and that's at bbb.org/small business. In the past few weeks, we've done some surveys to really best understand how we build that content that will be useful for small business. And you'll see that it's a really great snapshot of information that people need and businesses need.
I can't imagine some of these obstacles that these local business owners are facing right now. What are you hearing? What are some of the challenges that these owners are telling you that they have?
Well, it's no real big surprise that cash flow is on the top of their list, obviously for lack of demand and obviously for not being opened. Also, which is interesting, is those businesses that are open and have vital services or supply vital products during this time are having a very difficult time keeping up with customer demand. And of course, paying the employees, making payroll, which is near and dear to all small and medium-sized businesses, that's very difficult. One of the things that's really interesting that our study showed is that over 30% of business owners are telling us that they're going to need to really change their business model almost in entirety in order to service and reopen. Some of them feel like, over 70% feel that this coronavirus has many, many negative effects of over 70%. So 36% of the businesses are really looking and are trying to avoid, but they can't, actually reducing their staffing. So, at the BBB, we as a nonprofit, and we too face a lot of these issues. We're looking to eliminate expenditures that are not impacting our mission forward activities. So we've worked real hard at that. We are leveraging technology like many businesses are in order for us to be more efficient and be able to pivot in this environment. And we have developed a successful work from home program that I'm real proud of. And most businesses are doing the same thing. And now that we've got all that set up, guess what? Now we all have to pivot again, and we have to develop a go back to work strategy. So there's a lot on the minds of small business and medium-sized business as well as nonprofits right now.
Yeah, and there's a small margin for error for all of these people here in Southern Arizona that are managing this, their businesses. And of course, it's emotional too when you think about having to lay off some of your employees. So what are they saying they need to be successful? Like, what are the tools that they're asking you in order to get back on track or even survive?
Right now, as mentioned, it's the need for financial relief and making sure that they have been able to guide their way through that complicated process of getting the funding that they need, as well as once they're given the funding, which many of my colleagues here in the community have received, they need to best understand how to utilize it and how to document that funding. So they need help with that. And it's really interesting with this new change and need to pivot in our businesses quickly and communicate. A lot of businesses that haven't necessarily mastered before social media and additional ways to communicate with their consumers are now finding that they're on the fast track of having to use those pieces of media. And so they really need our help in best understanding that. They also need to figure out a way in which to come back, right? To open up their businesses and keep their employees safe as well as their consumers safe, and navigate again the complexities of the rules and guidelines that are being produced for all of us to learn. There's the CARES Act, which is a whole nother issue. They need a roadmap for that. We have a lot of information on our website about that. And we really encourage our business owners to go to our website. Again, I'm going to say it again, bbb.org/small business, because there's just a lot of information and directions on where they can go to get additional information. But one of the most important things is, as we open back up, we need to regain our trust, our consumers' trust in all of us. And so I really, really encourage consumers to go to our site, bbb.org, and look for our accredited businesses and consider them as a viable alternative for you, and that knowing they have already committed to doing business in a trustful manner.
That's so reassuring and comforting for us who are thinking about, stepping back into relatively normal ways of being. Pam, thank you so much for not only helping businesses, but us as consumers as well.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
And if you would like more information on the BBB Small Business Toolkit, you can visit them online, bbb.org/small business, or you can call them at 520-888-5353. And due to the pandemic, this year's 2020 Torch Awards is going to be held online on June 18th. You can go to bbb.org/Tucson Torch for more information on that.